It was a quiet morning on December 1, 1948. The first rays of sunlight crept over Somerton Beach, casting long shadows on the sand. A few early risers were out for their morning walks when someone noticed a figure slumped against the seawall. From a distance, the man seemed to be resting, his head tilted slightly, legs stretched out in front of him. But something was off. His posture was too stiff, his stillness unnatural. A closer inspection revealed the truth, a truth that would spark one of the most baffling mysteries of the modern era. Dressed in a perfectly pressed suit and polished shoes, he could have been a businessman preparing for an important day, yet there were no signs of life. The man was dead, and nobody seemed to know who he was or how he had ended up there. For the people of Adelaide, this was just the beginning of an enigma that would haunt them for decades. When authorities arrived, they were struck by the man's appearance. He was impeccably dressed, full suit, neatly pressed tie, and polished black shoes that gleamed under the morning sun. There were no signs of a struggle, no injuries visible on his body, and no disturbances in the sand around him. It was as if he had simply ceased to exist. The contents of his pockets were even more puzzling. A train ticket to Henley Beach, unused. A bus ticket, a pack of juicy fruit gum, a comb, and a pack of cigarettes. But something didn't add up. The cigarettes in his pocket didn't match the brand of the box they were in. A detail so small it seemed irrelevant, yet strangely unsettling. More importantly, there was nothing to identify him. No wallet, no ID, even the labels had been meticulously removed from his clothing. As if someone, perhaps even the man himself, wanted to erase his identity. By day's end, Adelaide was buzzing with rumors. Who was this mysterious man? A traveler? A victim of foul play? Or something far more sinister? The case took a darker turn days later, when investigators discovered a small, hidden pocket in the waistband of the man's trousers. Inside was a tiny, tightly rolled scrap of paper. The words Tamám Shud were printed on it. Translated from Persian, the phrase meant ended or finished. It was soon discovered to be the closing line of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a collection of 12th century poetry meditating on the fleeting nature of life. The symbolism was chilling. Was this a message from the man himself? A cryptic goodbye to the world? Or was it a taunt, left behind by someone who orchestrated his death? Where did this scrap of paper come from? Authorities searched tirelessly until they located a rare copy of the Rubaiyat, one with the final page missing. Even more bizarre, the book was found in the back seat of an unlocked car near Somerton Beach. Scribbled inside were faint lines of code, letters and numbers arranged in a sequence that defied interpretation. Speculation quickly turned to the shadowy world of espionage. The 1940s were a time of political tension, where spies moved in the shadows, carrying out missions that would never reach the headlines. Could the Somerton Man have been a spy? His lack of identification and the removal of clothing labels seemed too deliberate to be a coincidence. Experts theorized that the scrap of paper might have been a signal, a dead man's switch triggered after a failed mission. The coded letters inside the Rubaiyat fueled this idea. Despite repeated attempts to decode the message, including efforts by cryptographers and intelligence agencies, the sequence remained unbroken. Some speculated that the letters corresponded to an untraceable cipher, one only known to its intended recipient. Was the Somerton Man silenced before he could deliver a crucial message, or was he betrayed by someone he trusted? In a startling development, a woman named Jessica Thompson was linked to the case. She lived just a short distance from Somerton Beach and admitted to owning a copy of the Rubaiyat years earlier. When police questioned her, her reaction was strange. She was visibly shaken, but refused to speak further. Meanwhile, investigators uncovered a suitcase at the Adelaide train station, believed to belong to the Somerton Man. Inside, they found clothing and tools for basic repairs, but no ID. One curious item stood out, a coat with the name T. Keane stitched into it. Yet no one named T. Keane was reported missing, and the name led nowhere. Decades later, in 2021, the Somerton Man's body was exhumed in hopes of uncovering his identity through DNA. Yet, even with advanced technology, answers remain elusive. His DNA linked him to a distant family in the United States, but the exact connection remained unclear. Was he an outsider drawn into an intricate web of secrets, a lover betrayed, or an operative caught in a dangerous game? The more we uncover, the deeper the mystery becomes. Decades have passed, yet the Somerton Man's story remains unfinished. The phrase Tamám Shud echoes like a prophecy, haunting those who dare to dig deeper. His secrets lie buried, perhaps forever. As we piece together fragments of his life, one truth becomes clear. Some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved, and perhaps in his silence, the Somerton Man whispers the greatest secret of all. If you're as captivated by mysteries as we are, don't let this journey end here. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss a story. Join us as we uncover the world's most chilling secrets, one mystery at a time. Your next thrill is just a click away.